Welcome back to my channel and hello to those who are viewing it for the first time. Today I'm going to talk about something that has really impacted my life and my health, and I know it impacts other people's lives as well. So before we get into that, I will also be doing a very super simple lunch, a salad that is high in protein and high in good fat. All right, so we'll be talking about stress and how it can impact our body. And I'll be telling you a little story about how stress has impacted my body. And as I said, we're doing a super simple salad with avocado and a tin of salmon. You can use tuna, but I'm using salmon. So about a year ago, I noticed this patch on the top of my head, a bald patch, and it was about that big, which is quite big. But I hadn't noticed anything like hair fall in the shower or any hair coming out when I brush my hair, and I've got quite thick hair. So this seemed very odd to me. So of course I went to the doctor and he did a blood test which came back quite normal. So he sent me to a dermatologist who also did an array of blood tests and really examined it and just couldn't find a reason for why I had this bald patch. He suggested I get a few little injections in there to stimulate the follicles, which I did, but he had no explanation. I better get on with this salad. So I'm just going to open a tin of salmon and just put that in the bowl. You could use tuna. You don't have to use tin salmon. I've got my avo, half an avo for me. You can put it how many you like. Plop that on top. So far, it doesn't look very appetizing. Back to my bald patch. So I just thought to myself, this is ridiculous. Is it stress? And then I thought back to the months leading up to when I discovered the patch, and I thought, a lot went on around about then. My mother-in-law died. Our family dog died at 17. My daughter moved across the country and I lost my job. So I thought, okay, I managed it pretty well at the time, but that stress, it's going to have an impact on your body. So at the time, I felt like I managed all that stress pretty well, but of course the body thought otherwise. And, I must have been holding some kind of stress, and it manifested in this way, in the way of a bald patch. But then even though you manage it well, there's a lot of emotions going on. So of course, all those emotions flooding the body are going to have an impact on your body in some way. And then I remembered something my chiropractor told me. So around about the same time as the bald patch, I was having lower back problems and I was going back to the chiropractor quite a bit. It wasn't getting better very quickly, and I'd already been to a physio, I'd had scans. And she did say to me, when something like this is quite chronic and you're treating it, but it's not really getting better, after a while, she said it's probably an underlying emotional aspect to it. So I thought that was really interesting because it was probably the same thing as what I had with the bald patch, just all that stress that went on. Okay, salad. It's looking a little bit better. There's the salmon with the avocado on top. All right. I'm a bit of a chili girl, so I've sliced some chilies on there. I've got some olive oil. Put a little bit of olive oil on top, some more good fat. Then I'm going to put a little bit of salt. Oops. And pepper. And that's it. Very simple. So a simple salad like this, the salmon is protein, the avocado is good fat. When you eat it, the blood glucose levels in your body are just going to remain steady. There's not going to be any spikes because you don't have we don't really have any carbs in there. However, I will probably have it with a piece of bread, piece of sourdough and butter. And I know that's carbs and I know that can spike your blood glucose a bit. But if you're eating your carbs with protein and with fat, then that kind of dampens down those blood glucose spikes. So if you have a problem with pre-diabetic insulin resistance, these are kind of good little meals that you can have to keep your blood glucose levels stable, which is what we want to aim. All right, so that was how stress manifested for me with the bald patch and a lower back pain. It can be different for everybody. It could be headaches, it could be a pain in the stomach, it could be dizziness, it could be whatever it is. Of course, you get it checked out by a doctor, do all the things, but really looking at whether it's this, what was it like? Whether there's stress going on in your life or has been going on that may have kind of exacerbated it. Think back to a time when you've had a symptom that just persisted. Could it have been underlying stress that stopped it from getting better? And sometimes, like me, you might internalise it and without even realising it. Me thinking that I was managing my stress fine when I probably wasn't. And I think just simply acknowledging that, okay, stress has played a big part in this, even just acknowledging it helps you move past whatever the ailment or symptom is. So that's not to say that if you get something like this and you just go, okay, it's stress, that's it, and you still should go to your doctor and get all the tests for sure, because I believe health, you have to take a multi-pronged approach, but never ever underestimate the power of stress and how it impacts your body. And you could be taking all the medications, the herbs, the supplements, changing your diet, but that symptom still persists. It could just be simply stress. Stress could be keeping your symptoms there. I'm not saying it necessarily causes it, but it could be keeping it going. So it's definitely worth looking at. Take that multi-pronged approach, looking at your diet and your lifestyle, looking at particularly at stress, just to get the best results. All right, I'm going to go and enjoy this salad with a piece of sourdough bread. I hope you enjoyed some of the stuff we talked about today. If there's anything that you wanted me to talk about or help with, I am a nutritionist. I'm also a health coach. So it's not just food. I also talk about lifestyle factors as well. And if you would like to subscribe, I put videos out quite regularly. That'd be great. Or if you'd like to like, that would be good. Thank you.